It's time to talk about this week's top indie comic picks for New Comic Book Day, May the 11th. Welcome back, and as always, thank you for watching this video. If you're new, please go down and hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate you and everybody who has subscribed to the channel. But let's hop into this week's top picks because there's a lot coming out in terms of indie comics this week, and so I can't even pick my top 10 this week. It's hard, but I will show two books that didn't make the top 10 only because I talk about them a lot, and you guys already know about these books. They've been out for a while, and that's Noctera. Issue number 10 is coming out this week, and then Seven Secrets number 17, the second to last issue, is coming out this week as well. And I love both of those books, but I want to talk about some newer books that do fit into my top 10. I also have an honorable mention because I didn't originally put this one on my pull list, but I'm probably going to pick it up anyways this week, and that is 8 Billion Genies from Charles Soule and Ryan Brown. Concept is very intriguing. We've got literally 8 billion genies around. Everybody has their own genie, and you get one wish from your genie, so I can only imagine how much chaos that's going to cause for people of Earth. And Ryan Brown on the art, such a great artist. So that's probably going to get me suckered into this series. It's issue 1 of 8 for, I guess 1 for each billion of genies that there are in the series. I don't know. But, so yeah, that might get me intrigued into that one. But could not fit everything into my top 10. I think I'm still 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I still have 11, even pulling that out. And my number 11 pick, because I'm just doing this, is Bunny Mask, The Hollow Inside. Bunny Mask is back. We had Bunny Mask for Free Comic Book Day. I was looking because I just had it nearby me, but it's gone now. But so we got some more Bunny Mask stories in that Free Comic Book Day issue. Andrea Moody doing some of the art, some other artists brought in, which was pretty cool to see their interpretation of Bunny Mask. So I'm excited to see this one come back from Aftershock Comics. Really enjoyed the first mini-series, and it's back. Her name is Bunny Mask, and she's back to ask the question, is there a sickness? The hit horror series returns. Her footfalls don't exist. She leaves no marks. Her eyes are a white abyss. Her name is Bunny Mask, and she's free from her cave and moving through the city, searching for sickness and enacting her own unfathomable sense of justice. Can Tyler Severin control her? Does he want to? The answers are still hidden, but what's clear is that Bunny Mask is back to grab you by your eye teeth and never let go. Yeah, we got a 24-page story each issue with art and cardstock cover. So they're going the quality covers here, which is great news. Andrea Moody's art is fantastic and creepy, and it's perfect for the story. So had to talk about that one. Now heading into my top 10, I've got Stargirl number 2 from Lucas Mendonca from Behemoth Comics. Enter the world of Stargirl, created by the award-winning artist. In this second chapter, the Rogue Gang crafts up a new plan against the solar system. Hook, still haunted by their last fight, will do anything to intercept these hostile beings and thus restore peace to the galaxy, something that seems to be getting farther and farther away each passing. I love the artwork in this. Fantastic, interesting little sci-fi story. Definitely a girl power kind of story that we've got going on here. Of course, Stargirls. And yeah, I just love the vibrancy of the colors in this. Fantastic artwork. So Stargirl number 2, my number 10 pick from Behemoth Comics. Number 9 this week's from Aftershock Comics, and that's Ocean Will Take Us. Number 2 from Rich Doak and Carlos Olivares, Piper and Casey manage to land themselves in detention, finding unexpected allies in their quest to take down the swim team. But as they delve deeper into the mystery, they uncover an evil that might just be beyond the power of 5 misfit high schoolers to combat. We got a taste of that mysterious evil lurking in the swim pool last issue, and this one surprised me. I did not originally have it on my pull list. I picked it up. The artwork looks phenomenal, and the story then just hooked me after that. So The Ocean Will Take Us #2 is my #9 pick. It's from Aftershock Comics. #8 this week is Nottingham #7. Second issue back from this awesome series from Mad Cave Studios, written by David Azan with artwork by Shane Connery Volk. Aboard a ship bound for France, laden with King Richard's ransom, the Sheriff of Nottingham finds himself in a race against time to root out a hidden killer. Maid Marian puts the first phase of her bloody plan into action. This also cover A, I think cover B is just a black and white of cover A, but cover A does connect with cover A of issue #6. I'm betting #8 will also do that. I'm imagining we'll be going through issue 10 for this second volume, so several more issues to go. Fantastic story that took the comic community by surprise and storm, sending Nottingham #1 all the way to like a 5th or 6th printing. Fantastic for Mad Cave Studios, and I think the story in volume 2 is just as good as volume 1, so hopefully everyone stuck around for that, because it's a fantastic dark world that David and Shane are building here within the whole premise of the Robin Hood story. So Nottingham #7 from Mad Cave Studios, my #8 pick this week. #7 this week, Jenny Zero is back with Volume 2 Homeland Insecurities from David Dwanch, Brockton McKinney, and Magenta King. Like a big bad hangover, Jenny Zero is back. That's right, Jenny Zero was our kaiju fighting hero that maybe not so heroic, constantly trying to get past drugs and alcohol, and gets called into action for her country and does not want to. Following the events of Volume 1, Jenny returns to Japan with the Action Science Police and reunites with her BFF Dana Sheraton. But the two badass besties soon find themselves dealing with a kaiju death cult, a giant burger mascot, and a new monster called Fame. The massive madness starts here. Jenny Zero feels like Snot Girl and Pacific Rim had a brutally honest baby, and the end result is a delight to read. That's a quote from comicbook.com. I think that's pretty accurate. I can see not influence necessarily, but those aspects from those two stories coming together in this as well. 4-issue miniseries for Volume 2, just like Volume 1 was. Fantastic Volume 1. I think the reason it got some hype on issue 1 was a misprint, something happening there that wasn't supposed to happen with the printing. But I hope everyone also read the story, because it was fantastic and well written, and really great artwork on this as well. So Jenny Zero #1, Jenny Zero 2 #1 is my #7 pick this week. #6, going over to Vault Comics, we've got West of Sundown issue #2 from Aaron Campbell and Tim Seeley, writing with Jim Terry on the artwork. Aaron Campbell doing the cover A here, which is creepy and fantastic. New York socialite and vampire Constance has arrived in the frontier town of Sangre de Moro. Now, she'll have to survive monster slayers, gunmen, and the harsh New Mexico sun to get what she needs. Soil from the place where she was rebirthed immortal. So I love that whole concept. She's lost her original soil of where she was rebirthed as a vampire, and this whole journey to get that But the whole concept behind the story is even better in that we're looking at, of course, what people think of as monsters. Vampires. I think that we've got maybe a Frankenstein that we saw on the last page, or something else. Maybe a werewolf. But we got all of these, mythical creatures and what would be considered monsters taking down bad people in society. And so who really are the monsters here? Is it the monsters, or is it the people acting as monsters? So love that concept. Love the artwork in this one as well. Fantastic story starting in issue number 1. So I'm all in for this series right now. West of Sundown, number 2, my number 6 pick from Vault Comics. Coming in next, we got our top 5. And number 5 for me this week is Heavy Metal Drummer. On to issue number 4 of 6 from Emiliano Pliskin, Kiefer Findlow with art by Luca Vassallo, and Tokebi, I think, doing the colors on this one, and the colors are fantastic. Story goes from really dark scenes and then into fantastical, colorful, like drug trips almost, and it is phenomenal. I love this cover A here. I think this gives a good representation of the darkness, being surrounded by these colorful, vibrant scenes. And I love these cats that just pop up in this other world. Fantastic. Here's what's happening in this issue. Detectives Sloproth and Wallace finally get a break with a witness seeing the devil in the black truck. As the pieces start to fall into place, the message from the cosmic mirror is clear. The pussy is not the pussy. Fantastic. There's besides the cats that we are talking about here, there's another meaning to that. But we will, to keep this slightly PG on here, we will not go into that. But that one from Behemoth Comics is my number 5 pick this week. Heavy Metal Drummer, number 4. Coming in for number 4 is a new one from Behemoth Comics. This one, called Blind Alley, is issue number 1 of 5 from Ira, is the writer and artist. Jesus returns to the neighborhood where he grew up, La Esquina del Gato, a civilian suburban neighborhood where violence and the constant struggle against life's adversities meet. His goal is to resume his relationship with Irene, his former girlfriend, and start a project together. With the help of Faye, his childhood friend, he tries to escape crime and marginalization, carving a niche for himself in the world of work and in society. But Vargas, the exalted brother of Faye, fans the flames of something that has been cooking for a long time. Quote from David Rubin here at the end. El Ira has marked a work that is pure fire, a comic that is pure neighborhood poetry, pure fury, and honesty. He had only experienced something like this by reading The Best Miller. Of course, Frank Miller there in the reference. Looks like a cool story coming from Behemoth. Is my number 4 pick this week. Moving on, we got number 3 from AWA Upshot Studios. The Joneses, issue number 2 of 5. Michael Morecki writing, Alessandro Vitti on the art, and John Gallagher doing this awesome cover A here. Spinning out of the pages of The Resistance, the Joneses focus on a suburban family with a big secret. In the global pandemic known as the Great Death, mother, father, sister, and brother were all transformed into something superhuman. While the world embraces fascism born of fear, the Joneses realize they face grave consequences if they are exposed as reborns. Do they keep a low profile and hide in plain sight, or use their powers for good and risk exposure? I think even amongst the family, they are split on this, and the themes that we get from this are powerful. Issue 1 was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I really want to write a review on it, but have not gotten to. And it's the whole, like, I almost feel like it's the going back all the way to the time of when people were ratting on people for being communists, and then going back even further, ratting on people for being witches. It's kind of like that going on here. And, you know, of course, everyone who has powers, who hasn't shown those powers, is really trying to not be exposed and to be, of course, you know, let's be tolerant, but we don't want them in our neighborhood, that kind of thing with people with powers. But it's really getting this deeper meaning into it. And so if you analyze it at that level, it's awesome. But also reading it as, you know, another entry into the resistance world of a family with powers that's struggling on whether or not they should come and identify themselves and really fight the good fight out there and protect people is a powerful story in itself. So The Joneses, number 2 of 5 from AWA Upshot Studios, is my number 3 pick this week. Coming in for number 2 is Dark Beach, number 2 from Michael Ruiz Unger and Sebastian Perez. Absolutely phenomenal issue number 1. Love the art as always from Sebastian, and Michael's story in this is really cool. I am enjoying that first issue and the world that we're seeing being built here. Like, I have so many questions. What happened to the sun? Why is the world the way it is? So many questions about this world. I want to know more. And in issue number 2, we've got Gordo finds himself entangled in a murder he can't seem to shake off, seeking answers from missing suspect Eve Junge, a member of the Sun Freaks, a secret group obsessed with finding the truth about the old sun. Can Gordo follow the trail of clues to her location, or will Julius Ethel, a hitman tasked to kill every last Sun Freak, locate her first? As you can see from the cover, staring into the sun, I want to know what happened to the sun. I hope the Sun Freaks get their answers so we can get answers as well for that. But I'm excited for the next entry into this world. And issue number 2 of Dark Beach is my number 2 pick. But number 1 this week has to go to Grimm, issue number 1 from Boom Studios, from Stephanie Phillips and Flaviano. I'm excited for this one. Really, really excited. Stephanie Phillips' writing is fantastic. I loved Nuclear Family. I haven't gotten to read a lot of Harley Quinn, but the little bit that I did read was fantastic. And there's an awesome variant from Jenny Frison as well for this one. But let's talk about what the story is about. Jessica Harrow is dead, but her journey has just begun. Discover the world of the afterlife, where Jessica has been recruited as a Reaper, tasked with ferrying countless souls to their final destination. But unlike the rest of the Reapers, she has no memory of what killed her and put her into this predicament. In order to unravel the mystery of her own demise, she'll have to solve an even bigger one. Where is the actual Grim Reaper? From acclaimed writer Stephanie Phillips and fan favorite artist Flaviano from the New Mutants comes a bold new vision of what comes after and the nature of death itself. Previews available on the Previews World website. I've seen them in the back of several Boom Studios books already, and it just looks phenomenal. So it's my number 1 pick this week for New Comic Book Day on May 11th. Very exciting week of comics as always. So I appreciate everybody watching this. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button down below and follow along. Coming up on Thursday, we will have on the channel